love that I had enough, then I found you. Oh, I was no doubt.
What if I told you that even though those look cool, they could actually be stopping you from getting your braces off a lot quicker? Let's get into it. You see, one of the most important things about braces and moving teeth is force and friction. You see, if those braces and those wires can't move freely, those teeth can't move freely, they end up binding up and they do a lot of bad things. One, they can get all jammed up, and if you have a lot of crowding, it can cause your teeth to flare way out. And if you've got spacing and we're trying to close up the spacing, it can actually dump in the teeth, causing them to kind of dump in and look weird. And the way old school brackets work is you would put the wire in, and then you would actually use this rubber O-tie that you saw to actually pull over and hold these stuff in. And ignore the door for now. So yes, basically they would hold it in so that wire wouldn't come out. And sometimes people would put those double O-ties to add colors, but that doubles the friction. See how hard it is for me to push? You can see the friction on the wire. If we're trying to move, it's sticking in all of those spots. It's actually really tough to move. And so even though it looks cool, more friction on the force systems can actually cause your teeth to move slower and cause some problems. Now in our office, we actually use what's called self-ligating or passive self-ligating brackets. And so instead of the wire being held in by this O-tie over the top, they actually changed it for a door. And so you can see this door will now close and open to hold it in. Now what this does is create a tube instead of this holding in, and so now there is no friction on the wire, and that tooth and that bracket can move completely freely. And for people who are like, oh no, I can't have colors, that's not true. You can actually have colors. You just put it behind the bracket, and then the wire goes in, and then the door goes, and you still have the passivity while having the color of the bracket behind it. Now this has some huge advantages by reducing that friction down. Now we can move crowding a lot more, and so we don't have to take teeth out on everybody now, which is awesome. And also when we're closing spaces and stuff, it closes very nicely. Also, it allows your tongue, your lips, everything, your body to really adjust and help move those teeth, widening out the arch, letting you have a bigger, wider smile when you're done with braces. So when you find an orthodontist, I would find somebody who does a passive self-ligating bracket. I think they're the best on the market personally for myself. And if you do have the traditional type brackets and they ask you to double up on the O-ties for, design or color, I would just stick with the single color to reduce that friction and help your braces process happen faster.